1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters, on this, our 119th episode of the Good Morning Guys podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we discuss the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I'm one of your four hosts, the Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me, the judge, jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, Patrick Novosel.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night to you.
Thanks.
As well.
Fantastic. On his left and my right, the volleyball and beast of the east who can make you laugh in 3 words or less or your money back, Ronnie Johantges.
Hello.
Hello. And then the final member of the GMG Quadfecta who's got music in his heart, Doctor Who on his brain, and La Coretta in his old stomacho, Marc Boucher.
I have to apologize to Patrick right now because
oh no,
I am in the coughing and congestion part of COVID.
Ooh,
so I may
goody.
be doing that quite a bit this episode. So I apologize.
All right. Well, let's just you're editing this week. There you go.
Can we?
That's how your apology is accepted.
That's how it works.
Handed it right back to you. Okay, guys, let's jump into what's new news before Mark goes into a coughing fit. And we're going to do 2 things to start it out. First of all, we're going to try to hit at least 1 high and 1 low. Not everything we share has to be a high or a low, but just want to know how great or, you know, how plop has your week been this week? So
Jeez.
We would like to know. And it's only less than 3 minutes in, and I've already said the word. Yay, I win. So,
Goodness.
I don't.
That is true. To start us off with the highs and lows, it's going to be a couple joiners who shared about their updates last week, but we weren't able to squeeze them in, so I'm squeezing them in today. First, Isaac Allistic, Infrinity? Dang.
That's what they're called now. They're the Infrinity Bros.
The Infrinity Bros. Infrinity Bro Isaac. My 2 weeks off of vacay are winding down, and I'm starting to get the sense of dread back when I think about going back. Got to get back to normal life sometime, I suppose. But it's not completely normal as my wife's dance studio went all virtual. So she is now teaching from home. We were able to find a bit of new normal this summer. So we'll adjust quickly. But thanking God for health, family, and time and money to have hobbies.
So it's got to be tough to do a dance studio online. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. No, live feedback from people, just kind of dancing and then seeing yourself in the mirror. I know, or mirror.
Just
mirror,
press play and just lay there and say you were there. Say you did
a
something.
dance studio in general would be rough.
Well,
true.
Yeah, for any one of us. I've not seen too many moves. I've only seen Patrick's moves. I think he could do a dance studio.
I can do a backwards worm.
Yeah, you could teach
that
that
once
in a class.
Mm-hmm. All right, 2 minutes in, and we're done.
All right. That sounds like how Mark felt when I used the 4-letter word that he doesn't like. Yeah, Isaac Allistic, I don't know how your week's been this past week, but I have a feeling it was definitely a mix of highs and lows. You pretty much mentioned both there, and we're praying for you, buddy, and hope that you're surviving this next round of, caring for people and nursing them back to health. You're in the front lines. He is really taking care of so many people in Minnesota. So keep up the good work, bud. The other joiner to share with us their update is Rogue Hoffa. He said, "Hi guys, this year has been a year of thought and transformation. The past 2 weeks after watching the documentary by David Attenborough, A Life on Our Planet, really recommend everyone to watch it. My family and I have also watched it. It is a very good thing to watch. Recommended, especially in HD. I don't know if you can really watch it in other Ds, but
watch it in
really
4:3 standard definition.
Ooh, don't do it. It's not that pretty.
How did we do that back in the day?
I don't know.
Seriously. Like we were like those TVs that were like curved.
I think that was still a time though when people preferred to be outside still. So
It's true.
Yeah, true.
Now it's so good when you see it in HD. There's times you'll go outside and you're like, this doesn't look as good.
This
and
looks
then you just
fake.
go back. This doesn't look real. And then you get on there and you're like, David Attenborough's there. He's like, today we are going to see the humpback whale. That's the best I can do of David Attenborough.
Only if it's in 4K.
Let's go see what's going on in Apex.
Yeah. 4K. Apex. He said, I'm trying to... This is Rogue Hoffa, not David Attenborough. I'm trying to change my diet and see how I can improve in the daily pollution we make. Since then, I've eaten meat just once, and all other meals have been around vegetables and some with fish also. So, good. Pass that meat this way. Just mail it to Brazil or Ohio or Virginia. We'll gladly accept it. It's been a good experience and showed me I'm able to leave without having meat every single meal. Apart from that, I've been also trying to reduce the plastic usage in our house to the minimum we can have, and also trying best to use and buy brands that are using biodegradable products. I've also deleted my Facebook and Instagram account. It's been a while since I've been thinking about it, and I've been against some decisions made by Facebook, and also how much information they have from ourselves, as well as being a place that is not trying to spread love, but more of a hate, misleading speech. On the life front, everything is fine with the family. The little girl will have her 1-year anniversary or birthday tomorrow, which was last week. Happy belated birthday. It will be a different year since it will be just the 4 of us. All the remaining family will be on a Zoom call. We've currently an emergency status in our country, and therefore we are not allowed to do some stuff like being outside after 11 or traveling between districts if not work-related. On weekends, we have also to stay inside our house after 1 p.m., and all stores close also at that hour. On the bright side, we will be able...
Stores close at 1 p.m.
on the weekend.
Crazy.
That's crazy. He said, on the bright side, we will be able to have Christmas with the family, and the numbers have been decreasing.
Good.
That's good.
That is the update from Portugal. Whew, they are not fooling around over there.
Deleting social media accounts now. That's got to be freeing.
That is liberation.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say, Hoffa, I'm kind of with you on some of that. I stopped regularly using Facebook a long time ago for a variety of reasons that would be a topic in and of itself, so I won't go into it. But it's nice to kind of cut yourself away from a lot of that from time to time. So I'm with you. Mm-hmm. With you, man. Good for you. Cutting down on the meats and the social faces and all that stuff. Good work.
The social faces.
The social faces. Less of them social faces. Yeah, the social meats.
Social meats.
All right. Well, with that, Ronnie, it's time for you to give your 2-week update, buddy. What's been high and what has been low?
Well,
throw it at us.
We have been still, trying to keep our distance from like a lot of gatherings and stuff. We've been back to playing volleyball Thursdays and Friday nights, which has been really nice. I will say, I think 2 weeks ago was the first week back, and like when you play sand volleyball, it's one of those things where if you don't play for a while and then you go back out, like the sand just eats you alive. Like everything on, like you're like Jello after you're done playing, because you kind of like build up like that. You kind of like build it up, and you don't really notice it like going forward when you play frequently. But when you stop playing for a month and then you go back, like it's a process to get your like endurance back up to where you can actually feel like not a piece of crap.
Yeah, the carpet, the carpet and the couch in your bed definitely do nothing to help keep you fit.
They don't do any of that.
Nope.
I think I sat around and played video games for a whole month.
You need to pour sand in your living room and just walk around that all day. That'll keep you in shape.
I could just go out to my car, honestly. It's like a beach. Like there's so much sand, like the cup holders.
Oh yeah, inside of it.
Yeah. But yeah, we got back to playing volleyball. That's been really fun. It's nice. We're down to 2 nights a week now, which is, I think, kind of the sweet spot for me. Elizabeth may want another night, but 2 nights for me a week is kind of the spot that I like to be in. Mm-hmm. I went to like 2 events, I guess you could call them. One was a ping pong gathering where we went over to a guy that we play volleyball with. A few of us that play went over and played ping pong like for the night, like on a Saturday night. That was really fun. I found out also that I'm horrible at ping pong again. Like,
nice.
Same thing with volleyball, except worse.
Yeah, man, that eye-hand coordination can go out real fast if you don't use it.
I've never heard anybody say eye-hand, though. That was a weird...
Eye-hand coordination?
Yeah, it's the hand-eye.
What's the southern hemisphere I'm in? It's all the opposite direction.
Even the toilet.
Here we say eye-hand. Once we hang out in the north again, I'll call it hand-eye coordination, trust me.
When you're back in the States.
I did not just make that up.
That is hilarious. I think so ping pong is one of those things where by the end of the night I feel like I had gotten back to like being pretty good again. But at the beginning I like was bad. I was like, man, this sucks. You know, like when somebody, basically what happened was I went over and a couple of my buddies, like we play, you know, when we have like people over and stuff, and usually I'll win. So I kind of got like bragged up, right, to this guy that I've never played before, who's also pretty good. And I was garbage, just like absolutely garbage. So he probably is like, oh yeah, no, he sucks.
That's when you pretend like you're sharking him.
What?
like you're sharking him, like you're pretending like you suck.
Yeah. So we're actually, I think on New Year's, going to have like a ping pong tournament.
There you go. That's your chance.
So I am going to be practicing over the next couple of weeks.
Break out that. Do you have a Wii? You can practice on that.
Yeah.
Play one of those Wii Sports resorts.
I don't have a Wii any longer. I used to love playing those games though on the Wii.
They're the best.
But so we did that ping pong tournament this past weekend. It was my buddy's birthday. You know Chad, Pat.
Yeah.
It was Chad's birthday. We went over to his house. We actually sat around a fire for all of about 10 to 15 minutes, and the wind was freezing cold. Like it was too cold for the fire now. But we ended up playing, you know, all of our significant others came, and, you know, we all sat and played Mario on the Switch. Whichever one is co-op, I can never recall.
So the Mario Deluxe?
Yeah, the Mario Deluxe. We all played that, which is kind of fun. Also, like, you know, when you bring, like, wives, girlfriends, that's a good game, like, for everybody to play, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It's like, it's not that complicated, and it's also, like, everybody just laughs and has, like, a really good time. Like, it's chaos, you know? And then we actually switched over. We played some Marvel. Was it Ultimate Alliance? Is that the game?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we played that for a little while, so that was fun. But just going over there and hanging out, you know, it was the first time we've ever had, like, you know, our significant others over there gaming, which was a little bit bizarre, I guess, but it was a really good time.
That sounds cool.
Other than that, I really haven't done much at all. On the gaming front, I am still consumed with Ark. I did not think that was going to happen again, but I was wrong.
Got your second wind.
I did. I got my second wind. I actually still have Star Wars Squadrons, not even opened yet. I have it sitting there. It's waiting in line. But
where's the spot in your house where you put Superman earlier?
I don't even know where
year?
it is anymore. I don't think.
You should put it there.
I'd have to go on a hunt.
You should put it there.
You'll get to it eventually.
I feel like it's just molded into like wherever it's been sitting. Like it's a part of the house now.
Well, you watch Superman, so you can do whatever you want with it. I mean, it's Patrick's copy still, right?
Of course, you don't care. You do whatever you want with it.
I mean, do what you want. You watched it. My heart is clear.
We have a DVD, a few shelves with a bunch of DVDs up. That's where it is. But no, I've been totally back into Ark. I think we've done 3 maps since I started back up, pretty much. So we've been jumping map to map and defeating bosses and doing all the fun stuff, and then just moving on. So yeah, it's been awesome. Pat downloaded Ark.
I did.
Right.
I've downloaded it.
Yep.
I have not started it yet. It's all
yet.
updated and ready to go.
I feel like you won't want to like start. Didn't you say you originally downloaded it and played for like an hour or two, and you're like, no, this is.
But it was only by myself.
Exactly.
It wasn't with the group, and I think with the group, it's gonna be all right.
Yeah. So we're with the So Eric and I play Bengalman09. We play on the same like server, and we like when you get in, it won't be like. You know, you're not going to have like a stone axe, you know, with like rags that you're wearing. Like we have like, they're called tech suits. And once you get this stuff, by the way, the game is so much more fun because it's basically like an Iron Man suit. Like it has a booster. It's legitimate. I mean, it is cool. So we'll like make sure we get you that kind of stuff. And obviously like we have, you know, the best dinos you can find. Like we've put a ridiculous amount of time into that.
Awesome.
So yeah, it'll just be like you come in and then we go have fun. But
they're gonna like pile a bunch of dinosaurs and armor and weapons on you, Patrick, and be like, "Here, take this. Let's go."
No, the funny thing is when you start that game. So as you level up, you get to learn different. They're called engrams. So like you can basically build new stuff, like certain types of armor. You have to learn those, and as you level up, you get points.
Shout out to Ash.
Exactly. But they basically what we'll probably have you do when you start is literally put in like an admin cheat to get you up to level 105 so that you can use all the equipment.
Excellent.
Yeah, because if you're level 1, like code. Like if you're level 1 and you walk like outside the base and there's like a small dino on like on the beach, like it's probably gonna kill you. Like the weakest of dinosaurs at the beginning could kill you. It's terrifying.
Look at this cute little guy. He took my hand off.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I've been really into that. The base we built on this recent one is by far the coolest base we've like built all across, any map. I will say that I kind of started this policy where I will go into creative mode to make my base, and I'll use whatever I want, like, because I've already done the grind, like I've been there. I put in hours of grinding, collecting materials and stuff, and I'm past that now. So like when we go to create the base, like it's creative mode. I'm putting all the cool stuff in there. Like I want this base to be able to come back to. That's awesome. So yeah, we do that a little bit. It's more fun, with all like the cool stuff in the game. I think if you were to get all of that stuff, honestly, I've probably put in enough time to actually get everything legitimately now, like in the game. But every map you would have to pretty much do that. You can only take so many things over, and when we go to the map, we just create a cool base and then we start playing.
Nice.
But back into that, Squadron's still sitting on the old bench. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Not a bad time.
Not bad at all.
Nice.
Oh, one more thing. I watched...
All right, Steve Jobs.
Yeah. I was watching this show on Netflix. It's just called World War II in Color. And I don't know how many people are like fans of history and stuff like that, but I've always thought World War II was one of the most interesting things. Like the World War II and the Civil War like are two things that interest me like more than anything. And I watched this World War II in Color, and it's like a 13-episode season where it just goes through like the entire war from the very beginning. Everything's in color, like high def, basically from all that. They've basically not really doctored up, but like cleaned up all the film and stuff from back then. Like it's really cool if you're into history.
Cool.
So I did watch that whole thing.
Nice.
And now I'm finished.
Okay. Good to know. Mark?
Man, we talked last week about, that now that I'm kind of having to quarantine, not kind of, I definitely
kind of having. It's like when nobody's looking, you're like running out in the streets and going to going to Dunkin' Donuts and be like, "You didn't see me. You guys didn't see me. Don't tell anyone."
Since I am quarantined, because
fighting that old Rona.
Yeah. We talked about like, oh yeah, you got more time for gaming and everything. Nope, not at all. And that's because of what we talked about last week, where I mentioned if I am sick, I cannot concentrate on gaming, and so there was no gaming to be had by me, basically.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I basically continued down the old YouTube rabbit hole. Did watch some Twitch streams, specifically of our buddies from MTTG, Chris and Tim. They did their Extra Life streams this past weekend, which they did a phenomenal job with. That was the first time I had ever actually seen in full a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid, the original.
Metal Gear.
That game was before its time.
It really was.
Oh, yes,
it's a fantastic game.
But it was definitely interesting to watch him play through it, and it's basically what Zelda is to me, that's what Metal Gear is to Chris. But yeah, I did not get any gaming done. In fact, my wife did more gaming than I did.
Wow. All right. What's she been playing?
At all.
Why don't you switch places for a little bit? Have her come and give the update on her gaming.
Yeah, I might as well. Let me call. No. There's no way she'd want to do that.
I completely understand.
Yes, I think all of our significant others would not want to do
that. Yeah, she had asked me to buy Assassin's Creed Odyssey because she had played it a while back and really liked it, and it's like $15 on the PSN store right now. She's like, "Can we get that, please?" And I'm like, $15, not bad. So yeah, we went ahead and bought it, and she's been playing it quite a bit. She's also been playing Astro's Playroom. She's been having a lot of fun with that. So yeah, she's been doing all the gaming in my stead as I have been not feeling well.
So after so this week, how many times did you turn on some Kenny G and get some candles out?
None, because I had not the strength to do it.
There was no sexiness.
Can't tell you what, man.
Press play.
It helps you fight the Rona.
Does it?
That's what the doctors say here in Brazil.
Gosh, why didn't
they tell me?
That's what they're telling us.
I know. Wonder you guys can't get rid of it.
Hey, we're in third place, buddy.
Yeah.
Who's in first place?
We're number one. We're number one.
At least we're not number 2.
Yeah, we've already discussed that. But yeah, just I think I'm turning the corner with it, with the old COVID. The test now is I have not taken any meds like Tylenol or ibuprofen or anything like that since this morning, and so I'm gonna see if my temperature stays down, and because that'll, I think, to me will be kind of the big tell that it's on its way out, that I can maintain normalcy in terms of my temperature.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, like I said, I am still dealing with the cough and congestion and all that fun stuff. But just continuing to ride it out. It's all I can really do. I mean, I can get plenty of fluids in me and get plenty of sleep to try to, combat it. But yeah, just gotta let it ride out.
See, now you're a part of history, so you're gonna be able to tell kids 40 years from now, yeah, I had the COVID back in 2020.
They're gonna be like, "You had Rona, Grandpap?"
I had the Rona,
Grandpap.
You're a survivor.
You're a survivor? Wow.
We thought about, because not only have I had it, my mother and father-in-law have had it, and so we thought about getting a T-shirt that says "I survived coronavirus."
Yeah.
But I don't know how.
You need to have a survivors.
Yeah, people in public
get together.
Take kindly to that.
Yeah, not yet. It's too soon.
It is too soon.
Yeah, so not trying to be insensitive out here. So
right. No, it is a serious thing. We're making light of it for the sake of just laughter, and sometimes the best way to deal with something is to not.
We basically make light
too much
of every
of it.
single thing on this show.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. Yep.
But
not sure if that's paid off yet.
Yeah. But other than that, and of course, us gathering together to watch the Game Awards.
Spoilers.
Last Thursday night, which we'll talk about later on. Other than that, that has pretty much been my week. Patrick.
Hi.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. Still on the job search.
Yeah. How goes the hunt?
I got a hit. So I had an interview last week. I have a second interview later this week. So looking forward to that.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know if it is the way companies are doing it now that with all this whole COVID thing, or if it's the company that I have gotten the interview for, but it's all online. There's no in-person, face-to-face interviews. The first round of the interviews was a little different. I had to answer questions that were in written form, and then I had 30 seconds to prepare for that question, and then I had 3 minutes to answer it.
Oh, it's like a middle school debate.
And I had to record my video of me answering the question, and then I did that for it was like, I guess, 4 questions. And then I submitted it, and then I just wait for them to contact me on what the next steps were.
That is weird.
It was so strange, and like, you know, like we talked to each other on Zoom we've been doing it for over 2 years,
yeah.
So it wasn't totally foreign to me. But the only thing is there was nobody on the other end.
Yeah.
It was just me recording myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing like an advertisement.
That's the weird part. They're like, we don't even want to be looking at you live. We might get digital COVID if we do.
Yeah, so it was just like a recorded version of me selling myself. So I guess they liked.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah,
these are tough times.
You do what you got to do to make a buck.
Yep.
$20 is $20.
That's right.
Yeah, get you Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There you go.
There you go. And a milkshake.
Yeah, so I guess they liked it enough to bring me back for another interview. So looking forward to that later on this week. Other than that, same old within life. I did watch a movie this past week.
Mm-hmm.
I watched this movie called Freaky. It's a movie. It's like a play on Freaky Friday, but it's like a horror slasher kind of movie.
Oh, okay.
With Vince Vaughn, where he is a mass murderer, and he tries to kill a teenage girl with some like artifact that when he tries to kill her, he actually switches bodies with her. So now Vince Vaughn's character is in a teenage girl, and the teenage girl is in Vince Vaughn's body. So for an hour and a half, Vince Vaughn is acting like a teenage girl, and it is hilarious.
That sounds
Oh
more
my
like
gosh.
Vince Vaughn.
It was
Yeah.
hilarious. So it's the whole movie is this girl, you know, just like really graphically killing people, and like it kind of like Saw, you know how graphic that was. That's how graphic this movie was. But I was laughing like more than I was scared or grossed out, because Vince Vaughn acting like a teenager sold this movie. Absolutely sold it. Like I went into the movie and I was like, you know what, this is kind of up my alley. I like horror slasher kind of movies anyways. But Vince Vaughn just stole the show. Like it was unlike any other role I guess he's ever been in. So it was awesome. If you like Vince Vaughn, if you like horror slasher movies, this is a great one, because I think there's a lot of comedy in it, like a lot of comedy. So that was fun. I really liked that one. That had just came out, I guess just recently. So watch that.
I don't think I've really ever seen Vince Vaughn in a serious movie. Honestly.
Has he been in any? I'm sure
It's hard to take him serious, though. I mean, he basically plays the same character in every movie.
I don't know. Mark's on the hunt.
Yep.
And I like that character, so I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
What's the one with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck where they're
Saving
friends or brothers, and then Vince Vaughn, isn't he a character in one of those?
I don't know. We'll wait on.
Are you talking about Four Christmases?
No, definitely not. That is
That
You're not
movie
talking
is
about
the
Good Will
best, by the
Hunting,
way.
are you?
Is he?
Oh,
maybe not.
Huh.
I might be making up a movie.
Let me double check.
okay. Well, while you're double
Cross-reference.
checking,
Mark
on the gaming
research.
front, been playing a ton of Apex. Miss you, Mark in Apex this past week. Get better, so we can get back to our Apex. But so Clark, last week
Clark
got
took
a
your
platinum.
place, Mark. Just so you know.
He got a platinum with Sackboy. This past week,
Nice.
he got another platinum
Yeah.
He got the Astros Playroom Platinum.
Clark is
got
on
the
a roll.
plug.
Yes, and that game is so simple. Like he flew through that game with how hard Sackboy was. He went back to Astros Playroom. He's like, I don't remember how to control this guy. So it took him, I don't know, 4 minutes to get back into the swing of
just
things.
2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah. So he blew through that in like, I don't know, maybe 3 sessions. And so this past weekend we went through. He went through a ton of them, and I was kind of like coaching him along the way of where to go, how to get them. But what's cool about the PlayStation 5 is that I think I talked about it previously, that the trophies they clip like the last 15 seconds of all the trophies that you get.
I don't think you had mentioned that on the show, but we had definitely talked about that and heard about that. That's a really cool feature.
Yeah, it's really cool, and there's a microphone on the PlayStation 5 controller. So anything that you say during that time, it records it all.
Nice.
So we can. There's a point the platinum. When that happens, you can hear Clark and I. We're like, here it comes. There's the last trophy, platinum. So it was cool to have that, I guess, recorded for posterity kind of reason.
Yeah.
So that's really neat. So he has 2 platinums, one more than Mark already.
Yeah, it's just, you read my mind. I was so thinking that. I was like, oh, he already passed up Mark.
Really pursuing it, so.
So we
Clark,
got that platinum.
Clark goes up to Mark and is just like, here, hold my juice box.
I would be like, hey man, you got another
it's a
juice
Capri
box?
Sun. Hold my Capri Sun.
Hold my Capri Sun. Oh, that's going to get everywhere. Those are the worst. I used to burst those so many times in middle school whenever I'd go to pick it up and lose half the juice.
Even to this day, it's still like, I know how they work, but it's still, they all just squeeze out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Why can't they put them at the top or make some sort of, I don't know. Having it on the front.
That like one drink you get out of them is absolutely delicious though, but it's always like just one drink.
It's like
Yeah, because
bags.
the rest squirted out.
Everything else is gone already.
By the way, Vince Vaughn has been in multiple serious films.
Prove it.
One of which is one I've seen, which is what I remembered him from, was Hacksaw Ridge.
Ooh, I didn't see that, but yes.
That's a really good
He
one.
wasn't.
It is.
He was also recently in the True Detective series on HBO.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one. I saw the first season. I didn't see that one with him, and I think it's Colin Farrell.
Sure, there's other ones here on this list, but he was in Into the Wild, which the movie came out in 2007.
So yeah, he's been in some
Yeah,
serious
he's been in
roles.
a few.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we sent Sackboy back, and he's gonna get the new Paw Patrol game, which it'll be probably his 3rd platinum in 2020.
He is on a roll. He's going to get a
yeah.
platinum a week. Let's see how long we can do it. Let's get him on a streak.
Yeah. If we're under the gun and we need one, I'll get him My Name is Mayo.
Exactly.
He'll just
If you get him My Name is Mayo and My Name is Mayo 2, he'll have 3 platinums to back him up.
So if he gets
Because one PS4, one Vita, and then one PS4.
Yeah, all over the place. I'll let him play some Telltale games. I was like, just click X every single time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch it. You can blindly get a platinum. Yeah. So we did that, and then I got Cyberpunk this weekend, and I booted it up, and while I was creating my character, it crashed.
Oh no!
So I was like, everywhere they're saying like it's crashing.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of glitches or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it out. I know I was thinking going in, I'm gonna wait for the PS5. I just want to see how this game is. So I played 2 missions, and within the second mission, there's supposed to be a dialogue option that is supposed to pop up for one of the missions, and it's grayed out, and it won't let me complete the mission. There's no way around it. So I was like, you know what? I'm leaving. I got in my car to drive away, and the game crashed. So I was like, you know what? I've only played this game for 1 hour, and it's crashed twice. This game is buggy. So I put it back in the GameFly sleeve, and I sent it right back. I'm like, nope, I am not doing this.
Yikes.
I'm going to wait for them to fix it all. and for the PlayStation 5 version to come out, and then I will eventually play it at that point. But yeah.
Yeah, they're having trouble on several fronts for the bugginess of their game.
Yeah. So just gonna wait for all those glitches to be fixed, all the wrinkles to be ironed out, and all that stuff. Which I think, from what I hear, Witcher 3 was the same way when that came out. So it took them a while to get that up and running, but now it's smooth. So I'm assuming they got enough money. They've already made their money back.
I think it was I think it was the other way around though. Like, you know, with Witcher, it was the PC that was bad, the PC version, and then the consoles were okay. I don't think they were too bad, and now it's inverted to where the PC version is the best version, at least to my understanding right now, and then the console versions are rough.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah.
In my opinion, they should have left. They should have left PS4 and Xbox One in the dust on that game.
I mean, it makes sense to say that, but in a business way, that just doesn't make sense on any level because there's just millions and millions.
Yeah.
Yep, except for the fact that there are hundreds of millions of games are buggy as crap.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it wasn't even CD Projekt Red that made that decision. It was talking heads and people in suits that said, we want to make the millions.
You need to get this game out.
Yeah, it's been
too long.
That too. They made him do it on
8 years.
They made him
get it out.
They made him put it on last gen, and they made him put it out this year instead of. I'm sure CD Projekt Red was like, "Can we wait till next year?"
Well, it's crazy. Like, this game was supposed to come out like in May or like early this year.
Yeah.
And imagine what it could have been like then.
Unplayable.
So, yeah, just give them some time, and they'll figure it out.
Yep.
But yeah, that's me.
That's you,
Lucas.
Hi.
You're last. What's up?
I am. So you're not the only one who's been hunting this past week, my friend. My family and I are on the house hunt. We are looking for a house to rent to get a little closer to the school that my kids attend and my wife works at, even though classes are not officially in session. They still go to school most of the time, and with a lot of social distancing and very few kids there, just pretty much teachers, staff, and their children. But that 25 to 30-minute drive one way every day kind of gets old, doing that 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week. And so now that our lease is up with our current house, we're going to be looking to find a new place. Also on top of that, every year, rent prices go up around 10 to 12%. And it's
every year?
Every year. 10 to 12%. So when you rent, it's just almost a necessity to move after so many years because you can just go to a new place where they have the base rent agreement, and then you just kind of start over. So until we want to bite the bullet and try to figure out, which scares us to death, try to figure out home ownership and mortgages here in Brazil, which is just, I would have to have a really good friend who's a lawyer to take care of us because I don't know. That just seems scary. But yeah,
well, good luck with that.
Hey, thanks. We'll be doing that pretty much through all of break probably or at least until we find a house. We're pretty much planning every weekend, and then next week starts summer Christmas break, and probably every few days it'll pretty much be our hobby during the holiday break. Speaking of the holidays, we finished the classic holiday trilogy of Santa Claus.
Nice.
And it was fantastic. Nice. It was better. Honestly, it was better than I remembered. I remembered like each one getting, in my mind, back in the day, I felt like each one kind of got worse. And I will say it got like a little more silly and a little more childish.
I kind of like the Jack Frost one though.
But you know what? And I agree. Now I've watched it. This is only the second time I've watched it, but Martin Short is a national treasure. He is fantastic.
It was good.
He's hilarious. Yeah. And so it was a hit for the most part. My son, I think he thought they all kind of just talked a little too much, so he got a little bored when when just Martin Short would keep talking or Santa Claus or whoever. But overall it was good. It's not
Shut up, Santa Claus. Shut up.
I know, he's like, just shut your face and give me presents. Okay.
I think my favorite line from that movie is when Martin Short, he's Jack Frost, and he's talking about, like, you know, how Santa Claus is the big man. He always gets the huge holiday, and what do I get? Some runny noses and some dead citrus.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got some classic lines in that, like when the little girl's like, "You need to chill," and he's like, "Chill? I invented chill." It's just it's good stuff. It's not quite I wouldn't say it's an annual Christmas movie or trilogy to watch like Elf, The Star, Claus, Arthur Christmas, or Die Hard, but every other year. Mm-hmm. So it's good stuff. On the gaming front, I'm continuing like I did last week, just kind of playing random games. I'm trying to play shorter games as I get close to the end of the year and games that don't have platinums, so I'm kind of building up to a pretty big year.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
There's a method to the madness.
Platinums?
I am. I'm getting them out of the way so that 2021...
Who are you, and what have you done with Lucas?
It's not permanent. It's part of the plan. I'm saving all the platinums for 2021.
Part of the plan.
Yeah, in 2021, you're like, what was I thinking?
Yeah. Whew, glad that's over. But yeah, so like this past week, I played a good bit of Rocket League, and Season 2 started, and I'm loving it, enjoying it. I'm actually improving in my skills as a Rocket Leaguer, whatever they're called. I don't know if they have a name for themselves.
Rocket League jumped on the Battle Pass bandwagon?
I mean, I haven't gone that far. I'm not paying for a Battle Pass or anything. I'm just playing the free version and doing challenges and that kind of stuff, so it's pretty fun. I will say that I played a number of times last week by myself, just getting on the casual, or I guess, yeah, just the casual 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3 or whatever, without, I'd been playing a lot with Ryan Straube, and he's a very experienced player. And so when I got out on my own, I realized that when I play Rocket League with him, he like draws in all the really good players. Because
rank is like up there.
His rank is
He's
huge.
in the lobbies where you should not be.
Exactly. And so I get into these games and I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad. And I'm like MVP and I'm like scoring and I'm just like, am I playing with babies? What in the world is happening? I was digging it. I was like, eat that, you 8-year-old.
It's always the worst in Rocket League when you
So
get into Rocket League and like the first like goal scored is this ridiculous like flipping through the air goal. You're like, no, it's gonna be a long match. This is gonna be rough.
And that
5-0, 12
within the
seconds
first few minutes,
All right.
normally you're like,
Yeah.
you know, it's gonna be.
you
rough.
know where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
When you're in the match and the ball's just sitting there in the field and nobody's touched it for like 3 seconds, you're like, oh, this is gonna be good.
I'm gonna clean house in here.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm the best on the field. Here we go.
And then you still miss a shot. You're like,
I feel like a stupid idiot. It drives me so crazy. I don't know about you guys, but like when I'm like going for a shot for the goal and I get right up to it, like my whole body like just clenches.
I do the same exact thing.
all of a sudden your car just goes out everywhere. You're
Yeah.
like, oh man.
I like jump with my car like to try and like,
totally.
physically hit it also. Yeah.
It's like
You're
I'm
upside down. Like, how did I get here?
Yeah, I'm 6 years old all over again. I'm like lifting the controller up, like, come on, just
It's
go,
not a
get
game
up
you can
there.
relax and play.
No, you can't. Not at all. And my son really loves to watch me play. And he's like, he's been also, he and his friends at school have been playing live action Among Us nonstop. Mm-hmm. And so he's constantly, every game I play now, he's like, kill him, Dad, kill him. I'm like, James, not Among Us. Calm down.
Calm down.
His mother is not a fan of all the killing he's been talking
The
about.
blue
this
team
past
is
couple
sus.
weeks.
Get him.
Yeah. He's definitely dropped the sus word a couple times. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. But besides that, I'm playing a game called Bard's Gold. Nobody and their brother or sister has heard of it. Neither had I.
Is that like a Bard's Tale? Like,
I guess. I think you're playing as a bard. And
What's a bard?
there's like Bard's Tale. It's like a pirate game, I think.
yeah, I've seen that too, but it's definitely not like that. But it's the same idea as you're a bard. Like a bard is a person who sings in medieval times and tells tales of, you know, your
what?
Your tales of yore back in the day.
Yore.
Yes. Can't you hear that?
Oh, there's
The
another
Y?
spelling for your. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
there's lots of spellings.
It's not
for
in
your.
that family though.
Yeah,
Welcome to 2020.
that's right.
Dang it.
Get with the program. But yeah, so I bought it back in the day. It was $1. I thought it had a platinum trophy. It did not. The
Did
trophy
you return
guide, I couldn't. It was digital. The trophy guide said 2 hour what to 100%. I've played for 5, maybe 6 hours, halfway through the game. So it's been a bit of a struggle. Yeah, I've totally been had. It's like a cheap version of Spelunky. It's like a side scroller. You can level up your stuff, like level up how many gems you get or how powerful your weapons are. So at least I got that going for me. It's got my interest a little bit, and I have to finish it. So I'm grinding that out, working on my stats, working on getting a perfect run. Easier said than done because it's like 1 or 2 hit kill, but I'll get there eventually. Bard's Gold. Nobody play it. Don't recommend it, but I'm still going.
Sounds like a great game.
I really tried to sell it.
You sound like you're having lots of fun.
Yep, I am. Riding that struggle bus. All right, the last thing I want to share about the struggle bus, it's not really a struggle, but I played Red Dead Redemption's main DLC, Undead Nightmare.
Oh, okay.
I do not like scary games. This game is not scary, but there are lots of zombies, lots of gurgling, lots of like chase downs.
That sounds scary, though. I mean, every part of that you just explained.
Yeah.
That's not scary. It's just the zombies chasing you.
And it was also scary because lots of gurgling. Squirting, gurgling.
Squirting gurgling?
Yeah.
Or squirting,
nasty.
gurgling.
Oh, every mission you play. Yes. I finished it. Yes. I finished it today. Literally every mission ended with whoever gave you the mission, they would die by getting eaten by zombies. Literally every time.
You're like, well, this next mission, you're going to die.
Yeah, you're done. Except for the gun-toting nun, who was my favorite character in the DLC. She's awesome.
Gun-toting nun.
Yeah. Senorita, I don't even remember, Ana Maria or something. She was a nun that had a shotgun all the time. She was awesome.
She knows her business.
The scariest part of the game was playing it on PS3. Let me tell you, they don't make them like they used to. Thank God they do that, because PS3 controls, I forgot how bad it was. It was rough at times, and but I survived to tell the tale, and it was fun. The story made little to no sense. It was a little frustrating, but I had it on auto aim the whole time, so I just pretty much would press the crosshairs up. He would automatically focus on somebody's head, and I just pulled the trigger and just did that the whole time.
That makes it less scary.
Yeah, it does make it far less scary. But it was pretty funny. I played through that, got some trophies, and yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10 gun-toting nuns. So good stuff. It definitely has a higher score than what Bard's Gold, whatever it's called, is going to get.
Whatever the game I'm playing.
Yeah, whatever game I'm playing right now. So yeah, that's about it. And with that, we're just going to jump right into something that someone had to say about some stuff, because that's what we're going to do, because we have a topic and we're going to talk about it. And that's my transition.
Jeez.
That was a hop, a skip, and a jump, and a tumble.
Are you sure you don't have COVID?
No, I'm not sure. All right, guys. Today's topic is brought to you by Mike Doherty and Gatorade. Looking forward to the surprises.
Not Gatorade. No, that's not our official.
No, not Gatorade. Just Mike Doherty. Mike Doherty had this to say on Facebook. Looking forward to the surprises since I didn't see any video game awards or what Disney's up to. That's right, folks. We are talking about the Video Game Awards and Disney's 1,000,001 announcements that they made on the exact same day on the Game Awards. It was like
last
Christmas.
Thursday was unbelievable.
Apparently Mike
Christmas.
was hanging out at the Rock.
Yeah, apparently he was busy doing something.
I was also there, apparently.
Yeah, hanging out. Yeah, he was hanging out with Ronnie.
I didn't even know this was happening.
Oh, man. Last week, Video Games Awards happened and Disney Investors Meeting. And crazily enough, they happened pretty much at the same exact time on Thursday night.
How crazy was that? Like,
somebody missed the memo.
Disney can do whatever they want.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Disney did whatever they want, and I have a feeling Jeff Keighley was just like, welp, can't do anything about it. So
Disney, shut up.
Yeah. That's probably why they extended it an extra hour compared to last year, so he could get some time in without Disney doing their thing.
Yeah.
Both of these get-togethers were almost 3 hours long. So they brought all the punches. They threw everything out there. We are going to start with the Video Game Awards, of course. They had everything from, of course, awards to reveals, a ton of video games, whoopers, video game themed Instagram filters.
Stop with the Instagram.
And more.
Never do
You
that
didn't
again.
pay attention to the whole time.
All right. We're
That's
gonna
great, guys.
We're gonna jump right into it. We've got lots to cover. I'm gonna try to just kind of do it in chunks, and then also try to take Ronnie into consideration. I really want you guys to, either really sell stuff to Ronnie to really get him pumped up, or I don't know what you're gonna do. But Ronnie, you are not gonna be.
I'm going to apologize in advance because I could probably watch the trailers for these and still not be pumped up. I'm not sure what you guys are going to be able to do.
It's all
Really,
good.
Ronnie?
more
There's
than
only
that?
one game you're pumped up for.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
let's start off with that.
We'll get you pumped up. No, you're getting
We
ahead of
can
yourself.
start off with
Oh,
that game.
Nope.
No, we can't.
We're starting out with the awards. We're getting them out of the way first because we want to save the exciting.
order.
Bad news first, Ronnie. I'm doing it for you.
All right.
All right.
the bad
So-
news. Here are the awards.
The awards, the bad news, the worst of 2020. No, what I want to do is just going to share we're only going to cover 4 awards, and then I'm just going to share a few more, and then we're going to move on to the reveals. But I really want Ronnie to try to guess who the winners were, and then we're going to share what the joiners guessed, and then we're going to give kind of our perspectives and then what the result was. So the first question we had, because I posted some questions on Twitter, was about who would have the most awards that night. Your options are, Ronnie, you're going to just guess right out the gate based off of nothing. The Last of Us Part 2, they had 11 nominations. Ghost of Tsushima, they had 7 nominations. I'm not going in order, by the way. Hades had 9 nominations. And Doom Eternal, I have no idea how many nominations they had, but we gave them as an option. But nobody voted for them, so that gives you a chance to...
No votes for Doom.
No votes. Nobody picked Doom
we don't have
to win
any
the
Doom
most
fans.
awards.
I will
So,
take the first one, whatever that is.
Last of Us Part 2.
Yes.
So the joiners agreed with you. They chose 44% said that Last of Us Part 2 would come home with the most awards. Second place was Ghost of Tsushima. And then third place was Hades. And then last place was Doom Eternal because, well, it did. I thought it was going to be Hades because they had 9 nominations. And I thought they could get some of the little smaller ones. Patrick or Mark, did you have any guesses who was going to take home the most awards?
Last of Us, no doubt.
Yeah, if I pretty much thought it was probably going to be Last of Us, either them or Ghost. And yeah, I'll hold off my.
And
my
you were
thoughts
half
on it.
right. It was The Last of Us Part 2 with 7 total awards. The next closest was Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, and Among Us, who all took home 2 awards each.
There you go.
There you go. The next question, or the next award that we covered in Twitter, and they covered in the show, not the next one exactly, but was the best family-friendly game of the year. I threw this out for the joiners. We threw this out for the joiners to answer. Your options, Ronnie, are Nintendo. They have 3 games in the list. They had Animal Crossing, Mario Kart Live, Home Circuit, and Paper Mario the Origami King. Then there's Fall Guys, Crash Bandicoot 4, and Minecraft Dungeons. Who do you think took home the family-friendly game of the year?
Fall Guys?
That was also my guess. I really thought those jelly dudes could pull it off, but it was Animal Crossing. They were just too big. I blame also Gary Whitta and Animal Talking. I don't know if you guys have heard of this late night show that he does.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
This guy has had Elijah Wood, Danny Trejo, Kevin Smith, Sting, Shaggy, Josh Gad, Brie Larson, Selena Gomez, and Phil Spencer, just to name a few non-video game people, on a video game talk show where they just go as a little character and talk to each other. Mm-hmm. It's nuts, the guests he's had on that show. So that was pretty cool. But yeah,
I've never heard of that.
Hey, you're the YouTuber around here. Check it out tomorrow when you go down your YouTube trail. It's really entertaining. I watched the Brie Larson interview today. Who, if you don't know who that is, Ronnie, Captain Marvel.
If you don't know, I don't know.
You don't know? Yeah, exactly. I am just gonna make up a character. So yeah, Captain Marvel was on there. It was pretty cool. She was funny. The next one, ongoing game of the year. I thought for sure it was gonna be Apex Legends, and I may have Hey, easy, Ronnie. Here are your options: Fortnite, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, and No Man's Sky. Fortnite. Who do you think took it home? Fortnite, that's a great option. That's what most people picked. 55% of the joiners picked that, and we were all wrong. I actually chose Apex because I love Pat and Mark, but I was also wrong. It was No Man's Sky. And
which
no one
blew me away.
No one saw this coming.
That's wrong.
I get that they've made all sorts
of... I feel like that's wrong, too. I never even heard of that game.
It's a space exploration game. You go to different planets and get materials and all sorts of stuff like that.
Fortnite won.
It's Minecraft in space.
No Man's Sky took the award. They're like,
He was in the middle of drinking water, and he was just like, I guess I got to give a speech.
He didn't write anything.
No, he didn't.
You sure you didn't mean Fortnite?
He didn't think he was going to win. It was so funny. It was I thought it was one of the funniest moments of the show.
Someone just slipped him a 20 like, all right, it's No Man's Sky.
He's like...
Abraham Lincoln never told a lie.
Exactly.
Pretty much. The last award that we're going to cover, overall game of the year, your options, Ronnie, are Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy Remake, Hades, and then one person wrote in Streets of Rage 4. And then also there's Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing. You won't remember any of that, but just pick one.
I will
pick
do
a number.
Ghost of Tsushima.
All right. Well, you along with the joiners picked as their majority pick, and you are wrong, my friend. Sorry. But it was a good effort. You and 46% of the joiners tried real hard.
I'm a man of the people.
That's right. That's what we like to hear. It's The Last of Us Part 2. That's what my head told me. I don't know about Patrick and Mark. My head told me it was Last of Us Part 2. My heart said I want it to be Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I knew it wouldn't be. But yeah, Last of Us Part 2. Congrats.
Yeah, when it started cleaning up big time, it was like every other award category that it was nominated in, or pretty much every category.
Pretty much.
Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Plus they had
7 for 11,
and they had different voice actors and stuff from the game on the show, and I'm like, yeah, this is winning game of the year.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if they're just gonna because sometimes you get certain voters and they'll spread the love, as it were. They will be like, well, we gave this to this game, let's give it to this one. And nope, this year they were like, nope, Last of Us Part 2. And just
not even gonna pretend.
Nope, just gave it all. All right. Just a few noteworthy things. Last things to mention before the game reveals. Patrick's Mortal Kombat 11 took home the Fighting Game Award. Good job.
Yeah.
My Final Fantasy VII Remake took home the RPG Award. Thank you very much. The most anticipated game of 2021, my favorite award, went to...
I don't even know how that's even a thing.
Did it go to God of War sequel? No.
Did they do most anticipated movie or most anticipated TV show? Like, what? It makes no sense.
I think
they're still trying to make up categories. It's still a pretty new show.
Yeah.
So.
But
they should throw that away. Hey, what are you most anticipated for? And you get an award for it?
But the thing is, it was God of War, the sequel, Resident Evil sequel, Horizon Forbidden West.
God of War didn't even have the name yet.
I know,
this God of
sequel.
War, the sequel. It's
Breath of the Wild sequel, Halo Infinite, none of those won.
Nobody's going to.
Elden
Ring. Looking
Ring.
forward to Halo. I'm sorry.
The well-known game Elden Ring that we're all getting in line to play. Forget COVID. I'm going to the store and
That's
sitting.
A throwaway category. Get out of here.
So weird. But yeah, so that was the awards. Good time.
I still don't know what that game is. I don't know what Elden Ring is.
It's about Elden and how he's got a ring.
It's massively playing.
Sounds like a Lord of the Rings
massively playing. Have you been drinking Dr. Pepper again? Stop that.
Is this the same as that first player online game we were watching?
Yeah. Pretty much. All right. other than that, the game reveals. Which ones did you guys get jazzed about? Which ones fell flat? And would Ronnie be interested in any of them?
Yes, Ronnie would be interested. So the game reveal for Arc 2 was... I was not expecting it. We were all thinking it was going to be Turok. Because Vin Diesel is running around. And it was weird seeing Vin Diesel run, by the way, because he never runs in anything he does.
Ronnie, did you watch this?
I did watch it. The animation, I feel like, in like
weird,
was so bizarre. I thought it looked like crap, to be honest. I was like, this doesn't even look good. And I love art.
It didn't.
It looked like a PS2 like cutscene.
My thing was like,
it doesn't.
Man, they had to get Vin Diesel, really, like one of my least favorite actors. Like this could have been The Rock. Like he would have. He wasn't even trying. Out there.
I totally thought the same thing. I was like, "Where's The Rock?" Come on.
I mean,
this is Ronnie's game.
If anybody
Arc
looks like a tribal member that survived during dinosaurs, it is Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes.
It looked like the director said, "Hey, Vin, just carry this club around and just kind of stand there and kind of like make these jerky motions and swing it, and we'll fill in the rest." Because he looked totally unnatural.
I really don't think it was him doing the mocap. It had to have been just that they just like scanned his face and had some like.
Yeah, it wasn't him. It did not. It looked like his
really
head.
That they paid someone to act like that because his fighting was awful.
It was honestly like I watched it and I was like, what? I don't even understand what this is.
Just another Game Awards where Fast and the Furious actor ruins a reveal.
Vin Diesel, man, this guy can play one character. Like the ghost of Paul Walker will be in this game, I'm pretty sure. They will be like just racing around in little Hot Wheel cars. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Just imagine.
Like I am looking forward to Arc 2 at some point, but it didn't make a whole lot of sense. So in Arc, there's not really an extremely defined like storyline on most of these maps. So the little girl that was in the video is actually a character like from the Arc universe, but like
sticking her tongue out at the dinosaur.
Yeah, like after everybody in her tribe just died. By the way, like she's the only
like,
one left, and she's like, how about that? Like just killed everybody.
I got you.
Yeah.
But no, it was weird that I think if Arc 2 may have more of a like in-depth storyline. I don't know. They actually are releasing an animated series, actually. Like a children's series of Arc.
Saw that.
Which actually looks better than the actual video of Arc 2.
It does. It actually looked cool.
I
mean, people riding
cool,
dinosaurs, you can't go wrong with people riding dinosaurs.
No, it was pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of like what the game's kind of like that. But
I tell you what, the end of this game, it cannot end any other way but with Vin Diesel riding away on a giant dinosaur, and all of a sudden, it's been a long day without you, my friend. That has
Sunset.
Yep. Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't want to buy Arc 2 and play as Vin Diesel. I do not want this.
Well, maybe it'll be like Cyberpunk 2077, and he's like a character, like a non-playable character, an NPC, like Keanu Reeves.
So far, the only thing that I know about Cyberpunk 77 is that when you create a character, you create everything on that character. That is correct. I was not prepared for this.
And that's actually one of the glitches.
How does that glitch, just out of curiosity?
So even though you clothe your character...
pants are unzipped.
Yeah. Even though you clothe that character, certain aspects of your character will be plain front and center.
Is that...
All right.
Let me ask you this question. I'm not really sure how I'm going to word this yet.
Okay.
So I'm just going to come out with it.
Do your best. Mark, get ready to cough.
If you change the specs of a private part on your character, does that in any way have any effect later on in the actual game?
That is my question as well.
Why is that there?
Exactly.
Like, do you get better prices at the store if you're,
Do you get better prices at the store?
Better prizes if you have bigger cash and prizes?
Well, after I went to jail, I stopped showing everybody, but...
Okay, fair enough.
No, I don't understand. It's like, does that actually have anything to do with the actual game? Like, okay, like, I get it. You're in-depth creating, like, a human being, like, oh, awesome. But that was That's a bizarre thing. Like Chad actually has it, and he he sent me and another buddy like the clip of this, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know about it. Elizabeth actually has the game, so she has it on the Xbox. She played for I think the first like couple of hours, and she gets really like motion sick, like in for like first player games, like get her pretty bad. So if she has to be in like first person like that, she can only play those for like a shorter period of time.
I really wish it was a third person game.
I'm surprised they don't have the ability to switch back and forth.
Being like, as the experience they have from Witcher, they know how to make third person, and Bethesda games do it. So I'm surprised.
You can adjust your size, but you can't switch into third person. Like that's a ridiculous thing.
To see what you made.
Exactly.
You never even know.
Nope. Yeah. So did you guys have any other sequels, remakes, or re-releases you wanted to mention besides Arc 2? Maybe a certain effect of the mass?
Yeah, exactly. That's the one. So I know that they've already announced that they're coming out with the remastered version of the trilogy for next gen, and I'm really looking forward to that. So when they started there was like like the cutscene or full motion video of the space. And they had like the sound, the undertones of Mass Effect's musical score. I knew it was Mass Effect right away.
Yeah.
And then they get into space and they show like a torn down Mass Effect relay. And I was like, okay, yeah, I know this is Mass Effect. And then it says Mass Effect continued. So not only are they
will continue.
Yeah. Not only are they remaking it, but they're also going to have another Mass Effect.
Wait, are they remaking? Oh, you're talking about the remaster.
Yeah. So they're having like Mass Effect 5 or whatever.
Right.
Because Mass Effect Andromeda, it wasn't.
It's like a spin-off. It's not necessarily a sequel.
Really that good.
I haven't played it yet, but it's on the list.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to I love the Mass Effect universe.
Yeah.
I love the space travel and things like that. That's why I love No Man's Sky so much.
Yeah.
It's just that space travel and exploration. It's really cool.
It's really cool.
So I'm looking forward to that one.
I was also excited. I could tell right with the musical score, and then they seemed like they made I don't know what to call it. It's almost like the Christopher Nolan Inception sound that the Reapers make. They make that sound, and you can hear it in the background as they're like kind of just doing some ambient sounds or something. But as soon as they showed, of course, the N7 logo taken out of the debris, and then they reveal that the person looking at it is Liara, or at least it looked like Liara.
I believe, yeah.
And so I was like, direct sequel? Like we're going to have characters return? That excites me. That's the one thing that I wasn't all in on with Andromeda, because it's all brand new people and races.
Don't play Andromeda.
It's too late. I already bought it. I have to. So I will. You can't stop me.
Stop playing games that are not good.
Well, I'm sorry. I love Mass Effect, and so I owe it to myself to play Andromeda.
I love Mass Effect.
You did it. Let me make the same mistakes that you did. Don't tell me what to do,
that's why
Dad.
I made the mistake. I made the mistake by playing The Quiet Man. I'm not making you play that. You could if you wanted to. With Novosel now.
If Quiet Man 1, 2, and 3 were awesome, I would play Quiet Man 4. So, I don't know what to tell you.
Nope. I will
Mark,
remove your access.
I know there's a remake that you're excited about.
There was one game. The rest of them were like, okay, yeah, that's nice. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'll probably play that. But there was one game that I was like, yes,
the Callisto Protocol.
Whoa, spoilers.
No.
That's new IP.
Not that one. So, if you were a fan of Rare back during the 64 era, there was a particular game that they came out with that was a kind of a spiritual successor, but not really. It was a game called Perfect Dark. It came up after GoldenEye, actually. I think that was one of the games that followed GoldenEye was Perfect Dark. And that franchise has sat dormant for many, many years. And Xbox has acquired many different game studios. And turns out they're using one of those game studios to make a new version of Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited that they are revitalizing that franchise. I played some of it when I was a kid. I did not beat the whole game, but you know, I loved GoldenEye, and I loved that they kind of went with that sort of secret agent spy kind of thing, that same idea, and did something on their own with Perfect Dark instead of a licensed franchise.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that somebody's picking up the torch and revitalizing the franchise. That was the one thing that got me the most excited, I think, out of the whole group of announcements for games for the Game Awards. Everything else, I was like, okay, that's great.
So at what
I've
point?
never been a Mass Effect person, so.
At what point, Mark, did you know that was a Perfect Dark trailer? Because they really set it up as like, I thought it was going to be some kind of, I don't know, they made it sound like kind of a, I don't know how to describe it, but.
It was like an ecological.
Yeah, like an ecological game.
Thing.
It's like, we really care about the Earth and we want to take care of it. And I'm like, where are they going with this? Is this like a Nat Geo interactive video game? Like, Save the Earth? Maybe David Attenborough's going to show up? I love that guy. He's the best.
No, it was like the last few seconds where the guy's talking to the girl and he mentions Agent Dark, and I was like, what? We're doing Perfect Dark? And then they threw the splash screen on there with the name. Other than that, like before that, I had no idea where they were going with it. But I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where they go with it. I'm glad that they're bringing it back.
Yeah, for sure.
Rare has so many different things that they could do. Well, obviously, I don't think it's a Rare property, but I don't think they're the ones making it. I'm trying to remember the name of the developer.
Yeah,
I want to say it's the Coalition, but that's not right.
No, the Initiative.
The Initiative. There we go.
Yeah.
I knew it was something
Saying
like
if you don't know, none of us are going to know. Patrick, you're backup for Mark when he doesn't know, just so you know.
All right. I'll just bring up some fake news.
Yep, that sounds good.
Yep.
That's how you squash it, by making it and then squashing it later. Sequels, remakes, and re-releases were, pretty prevalent, but that wasn't all. There was plenty of multiplayer and zombie games.
Oh my gosh.
So many.
Why?
We lost count.
I thought zombies were like in the past. Like only Resident Evil's allowed to do it.
Ironically, they're alive and well somehow. I don't understand it, but
I don't know
a lot
either.
of them.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
Let's
But I
switch
think,
it up. Let's change the
I'd say
game.
So,
change the categories.
Ronnie, listen. There's one game coming that I think you'll be happy, and it's the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, called Back 4 Blood. And it's made by the same folks that made Left 4 Dead. They ditched whoever they were making that with before, and now they're making a new one, which is really the old one, but it's what everybody who loves Left 4 Dead loves. So you might like that one.
I really did like Left 4 Dead, but I feel like if a zombie game came out, like a newer zombie game with a similar, setup with better graphics and all that stuff now, like I really don't know that I would be that interested. You know what I mean? I don't. Like, I think I'm.
I don't.
Like, kind of like Pat said, I'm past the zombie stage. Like,
yeah.
Like, zombie games they just don't seem, I don't know. They don't seem to have it for me.
I get that. I've never been in it. I'm just trying to be excited for you, and it's not working, so I'm going to move on.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make the zombie thing like a resurgence again. It's like we're not
I don't know why. Why?
No, we don't need a resurgence of zombie games. Let that be dormant for 20 years.
What about
and then bring it back?
What about Evil Dead the game? Did that get your zombiness going? I mean, you got the chainsaw arm, you got your gun, Ash, whatever his name is.
It'll be nice for Halloween next year. That's about it.
Yeah, bite-sized game.
Yeah, I don't know.
How
about Fall Guys Season 3, Patrick? You want to boot that baby back up?
I already got the platinum. I'm not playing that game
You're done.
again.
Well, I'll be honest. The only multiplayer thing that I was excited for is something that I'm never going to play because I don't own a Nintendo Switch, and it was Sephiroth joining Super Smash Ultimate. And no one else here knows what I'm talking about or cares. Patrick fought Sephiroth once, and that's it.
I know who Sephiroth is.
He's moving on. Oh, sorry, Mark. You know about him, I guess, right?
Mark's like,
hey, don't forget about me. Sorry, Mark Fact, I know you know.
So it's basically only me, then.
Yeah.
I don't know about Sephiroth. this year, so you're not far
Yeah,
behind.
Patrick
Now you
doesn't
know
really
about
know.
Sephiroth, kind of.
I just know
Yeah.
that something named that exists.
But yeah, so that was cool. Master Chief is joining Fortnite for you Halo players, so that's
One
random.
of the 50 bajillion
Why not?
skins you can get now.
Hey,
And how Fortnite didn't win Best Ongoing Game is
I don't
still
know.
beyond me.
They're the Smash Brothers of Microsoft. Like they have now they have Kratos, they have Mando with Baby Yoda. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
They had that the Star Wars last year. They had X-Men. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
it's crazy.
Best Ongoing Game. Still won. They won.
The last, did you guys have any other multiplayer things you wanted to bring up?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
great. The last was the original IP, new games. There were a number of them that look interesting. The one that got my attention was Crimson Desert. It's the one that started with the photorealistic settings and is a single-player MMO. That part doesn't really get me like...
That doesn't make any sense because the
I don't
MM
know.
is
But it makes me
massive
laugh.
multiplayer.
Yeah, it's massively multiplayer by yourself. Have fun. But it looks so beautiful. Like, I literally thought I was looking at someone had just taken video of, I don't know, Scotland.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And,
It was very
and
pretty.
mountains and all that jazz. Patrick, you mentioned Callisto Protocol. Any lovers of Dead Space out there?
me.
Because
Me.
it's
I'm actually
made
looking
by the
forward
same
to
people.
Callisto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked creepy good. You can play all of it.
I will whenever that comes out.
Yep. Mark, did you have any that jazzed you up, or you still just good old bring on Perfect Dark and that's the end of it?
Yeah, the rest of them were like, okay, yeah, I'll play it. Like that, the one game that the makers of A Way Out,
Oh, It Takes Two.
It Takes Two.
Yes.
I was like, this is weird, but I'll play it.
I'm down with that. As long as at the end I can punch Patrick in the face.
Not if I get to you first.
No, you stop it. It's my turn to punch you in the face.
And then we'll replay the last level and I'll punch you in the
There
face.
you go. All right, fine.
Okay.
All I want to know is what mocap character was Joseph Fares playing in that game to where he needed to be mocap.
I don't know. It's probably just movements. And
Yeah.
he might be all of it for all we know.
True.
Yeah.
He's probably the book.
Oh gosh, that book was a little off-putting. I was not a fan of the book. It's like, okay, great. But I really like the idea of two modern people being stuck in like a toy world and just kind of like the whole game they're gonna be making modern jokes that don't make any sense with the setting, but it'll be cool.
Yeah, the premise is cool.
Yeah, definitely. The only other one I was excited to see was, which we've seen it before, but is Returnal. I really like Housemarque. I like the games that they make, like Resogun, Dead Nation, Super Stardust. So I think Returnal will be something very interesting. It's kind of like Deathloop or a game where you're dying over and over again. And,
Oh, yeah.
it's the astronaut. I think it's a lady in an astronaut suit, and she's like trying to figure out these puzzles, and pretty much if she dies, she starts back over. I know that's not up Patrick's alley, as he squinted at me earlier.
Yeah, Housemarque is one of those developers that is not up my alley. You
Yeah.
know, like I play Dead Nation for you, but unless it's something that we'll play together, Housemarque is not a game.
I got you.
Like I know that Resogun was a big thing,
Yeah,
but not for me.
it's all good. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Rogue Rafael Costa on the Twitter sphere said, from Game Awards show, I was most interested in Mass Effect, but for Disney announcements, Loki, the TV show, is what I'm most excited for, which takes us to the Disney reveals. Again, there are a metric ton. I don't know how much research or look over you guys did, but I'm going to just try to just throw some things at you, and then you just say if you're excited about anything. If not,
How long is this
just let it be.
podcast?
Don't worry. This doesn't have near as much because we didn't experience it, and the trailers were much shorter. So,
Okay. All right. Got it.
starting with Star Wars and Disney, they announced 6 Disney Plus series that are coming up.
Bring them all.
Bring them all. Every last one of
Yes.
them. There's Andor, based on Cassius and his crew prior to Rogue One,
Fun.
and all the good and not so good things they did for the rebellion. There's Obi-Wan Kenobi, where Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, the prequel's Bane,
Yeah.
That
is
I'm
reprising his
confused
role.
About.
That's okay. I mean, I'm okay with that because he's Darth Vader. He's not going to be
wearing a
Anakin
mask.
Skywalker.
Yeah,
You know, it's
he's gonna
fine.
be going-
That's totally fine.
But like, he's not gonna talk, obviously, because that would be stupid.
No, I guarantee they're going to do like
a broken mask,
Modulation?
Or something like that.
no, they'll go back in time and they'll do like flashbacks and things like that.
Ooh.
I bet they will.
Yeah,
think so?
Okay.
So
Some
that's probably
flashbacks?
why they have him. They'll do some
Okay.
flashbacks.
I could buy that. Cool.
I wonder if they'll get James Earl Jones to get the voice back for Vader,
They have
or if
to.
they'll do it like they did in the prequels, where they didn't actually have his voice, so they made a voice that kind of sounded
Yeah.
like him.
I mean,
that's
he's
fine.
done. He did Rebels voiceover, and that wasn't that long ago. I think he did Clone Wars. Maybe not. No, there's spoilers for that. I'm not going to say anything else.
He did Rogue One.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's still doing it.
That's a series I think that's really going to take off because it's Darth Vader. He's iconic. He
Yeah.
is like
For sure.
Star Wars.
He is.
You know.
Another one they announced, which I have no idea what to think about it, but it's called The Acolyte. It's a female-driven series following the High Republic. Okay.
I haven't really seen
Bring it.
much in terms
Sure.
of the
Star Wars.
the High Republic stuff. So other than they're making it, they have books
Yeah.
and things that they're making based on that time.
Yeah. If they're making Star Wars, all right.
And I really hope
in.
Yeah.
if they're taking a lot of this extended universe stuff from the past books and using that as source material and not just discarding it and trying to create the wheel again, I'm all for it. If they base it off of books, it's going to be good because they have all the material they need. They don't have to just make it up as they go like they did with the sequel trilogy, which I loved, but it was clear they were making it up as they went along.
Yeah.
The next one, Lando, possibly with the lead of Donald Glover, hopefully. If it's not him, then the original, is it going to be like Lando in a resting home? Like just hanging out, talking about the glory days, playing whatever that card game is they play, Garflack or Narflack? Mark, what's the card game they play?
Yep, I'm out on this one.
Mark,
Uno.
come on. Uno, yes, they're playing Star Wars Uno. You sank my Millennium Falcon.
Season finale, draw 4.
Yeah. And then there's going to be the last few, 2 Mando spinoffs, Ahsoka and Rangers of the New Republic. Bring it.
Exactly.
Bring
it
it.
all.
Also a Clone Wars spinoff, The Bad Batch, and an anime anthology, kind of like the Animatrix, called Star Wars Visions.
No thanks.
Boo on you.
Listen.
Listen
There's
here.
already one online on YouTube that's like anime-inspired Star Wars that looks incredible.
I bet it is.
So if it's anything close to that, I will be happy.
You tell them. All right. Before we go into did anybody else have anybody out there think that Disney Plus is not worth the $8 or $7? You're crazy.
It is gonna go up. I guarantee you.
It already went up $1. They made it go up
already
from 7 to 8.
bringing up the price.
But
It's gonna be like $18 by March.
I will say this, like they and we'll talk more about Marvel too. But like they pitch all these shows, you got to make them now.
That is
Like,
correct. Put your money where the mouth is.
Like I know there were ideas in the past, like especially with the MCU, where they pitched ideas and some of them never came to be.
Yep.
Imagine with all these series that they just pitched. Imagine just almost every week we're gonna have a new episode of one of these series. Like that is what I want.
Yeah, for sure.
If
Yep.
that,
It's
like
gonna be
if
awesome.
you have, even if it's only 4. Well, so how many? Let's see. Mando is what, 8 episodes long.
Yeah.
So that's
Something like
about
that,
that's about 2 months. So if they have 6 other shows or 5 other shows, really.
Yeah, and it's the next
and
3 years. It's supposed to be.
Every month we're gonna have a new series. Like I'm in on that too.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Bring it all.
Yeah. They did mention a few movies, but to lead us into that, Isaac Allistic on Discord says Rogue Squadron by Patty Jenkins will be awesome. And then
I have dug the Wonder Woman movies, and so I think she can do a good job with this.
Wait, did you see 1984 already?
Okay, I have enjoyed
dug
what I have seen.
the trailer.
which has been the previews.
I thought you had an inside route. I was ready to hear
No,
some
I
inside
don't.
baseball.
You're right.
It's too bad.
Okay, well, I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman, and I believe I will enjoy the second.
Yeah. Rogue Squadron looks cool. Patty Jenkins' little trailer, like talking about her dad being in, or was it her dad or her grandfather being a World War? No,
He was a fighter pilot.
a fighter pilot. That was really cool connection. So and then there's another unnamed movie by Taika Waititi, who's directed some of The Mandalorian. With that, Isaac Lisick, he connects us to the Marvel announcements. He says the teaser that implied Daredevil could show up in She-Hulk, which is a new show coming up, was really cool. He's very excited about that. Honestly, there were only like 1 to 2 things that I wasn't really excited for. So much great stuff was announced. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Just like Star Wars. Bring it all.
Bring it all with the Marvel stuff. Delvin, the king of PlayStation, said, I'm looking forward to it all, honestly, just like all of us.
Agreed.
You don't know how much you miss Marvel content until you haven't had it for a year because of COVID. Was this not?
No, we had
what did we have?
Inhumans.
Was that was
I couldn't
released?
say that with a straight face.
Yeah.
I actually watched that movie. Nah,
No?
don't do it.
Which, I don't even remember.
Oh, you
Which
mean
one was
The
that?
New Mutants?
Oh, the new. I don't even know the movie name. That's how
That's
terrible
how bad it was. That was like a horror X-Men movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that, so
That
that,
was literally Fox's last deal.
oh, never mind. Yeah, I already know the answer to that. Wow. So we've not had any good Marvel movies or anything.
At the beginning it says in association with Marvel. Like Marvel's like, don't put our name on this.
Guys, for 9
told you not to
years,
do that.
for 9 years, we had around 2 to 3 Marvel movies every year.
Yeah.
2020,
yes.
the plop of years.
Sure is.
Sure is. My
I'll
goodness.
drink to that.
Ew.
Water.
Okay. Thank you for being specific. So just to run down quickly the Disney Plus stuff. Secret Invasion, starring Sam Jackson's Nick Fury and the shape-shifting Talos from Captain Marvel. Sweet. Ironheart and Armor Wars, both offshoots of Iron Man. The latter starring Don Cheadle's War Machine. A Baby Groot animated series. Bring it. I love Baby Groot. He is the little plant man. Ms. Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I loved the Lego.
What? No, I missed that one.
Did you miss that? Thank you. I love the Star Wars. Did you watch the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, Patrick?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, you got to watch it. It is so funny, and it connects to every single Star Wars movie in existence.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Did anybody else watch it?
Yep, I did.
Nope.
Yeah. You need to watch it, Ronnie. Come on.
To jump on that wagon.
Jump on that Lego wagon.
Fun. For sure.
It is. It's just a this silly ride. It's nothing serious about it, but that's what Lego's all about. She-Hulk, as I mentioned, which we didn't mention earlier. Isaac Lisick mentioned that Daredevil could show up, but they've confirmed that Mark Ruffalo and Tim Roth, both as very large creatures, will be showing up. Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk / Bruce Banner, and Tim Roth as the Abomination. They'll be showing up.
That's the first time in a long time they're acknowledging the 2008 Hulk movie.
Yep. I hope Ed Norton just shows up randomly.
Or Eric Bana.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But yeah, I'm just gonna pretend like he doesn't exist.
Poor Eric.
Poor guy. Coming sooner than later, WandaVision at the end of the month. Excited for that.
Wait, that's this month?
That's next month.
I was just kidding.
Okay.
Just testing you. Yes, WandaVision coming in January.
You passed.
Yep, you passed the test. Then in March, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which looks like a fun buddy get together. And then in May, Loki. And then in the summer, What If? I don't know if you guys saw the animated.
Yes, I am
that looks so
excited
cool.
for that.
Yeah. Zombie Captain America.
Just all the things that have happened, like Agent Carter being Captain America.
Yeah,
like,
Captain British
so
lady.
Cool.
Like, what do you even call her? Like, she's got a British
Captain
shield.
Britain?
Captain Britain. Yeah.
Captain England.
Captain Uck. Like in Captain UK. No? Not sticking.
Well, they don't call him Captain U.S.
Captain Us. Captain Us.
Captain
well, they
Us.
should call him Captain Us because he's our hero. Thank you very much.
No, that's
Punk.
Planet. That's Captain Planet.
Oh,
He's
okay.
our hero.
Gonna take pollution down to zero.
Down to zero. Yes, thank you. The movies they mentioned: Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man and Wasp, and the Quantumania.
Wait, that's 3? That's 2 movies? Or Ant-Man 3 is Ant-Man and the Wasp?
6
Yeah,
movies.
it's called Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's the name
That's
of the
what
movie.
I said.
Okay, cool. I love the Ant-Man movies, so I'm looking forward to that
Yeah,
one.
that'll be awesome. There are 2 characters that have been confirmed for Captain Marvel 2, Ms. Marvel and Monica Rambeau, which made me think of Rambo like Sylvester Stallone. But that's,
Sylvester Stallone, yeah.
that's definitely not
He's
his
in
daughter.
Guardians of the Galaxy, so
Yeah.
he could show up.
Hey, yo, what are you doing? You want to go beat up Captain Marvel or something? Yeah.
You do a good Sylvester Stallone.
It really was good. It really was.
Nailed that.
I've been waiting for that moment.
How's
Doctor
he never
Strange
come
and
up before on the show?
I don't know.
What other
How have we not
can you
talked
do?
about Rocky? Who else can you do? Get in the chopper.
What other tricks you can do?
Yeah, I got to spread it out over time. Okay, I can't just let it all loose in one go round. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man 3 will be intimately connected, along with a bunch of Spider-Man villains and Spider-Men themselves that we've not
That
discussed on the
Spider-Man
show.
3 movie is
It's gonna
going to
be
be epic.
Epic craziness.
They got to be careful with that, like, because if you get, I mean, I know they've done with like the Avengers movies. They've had a bunch of characters, but you start to tread on real thin ice when
You know what?
have that many.
I think what they're doing is they're going to be in like very, very small scenes where they are traveling through
so.
the multiverse, and like you'll see Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, all the other characters in the Spider-Man universe, and they're bringing them back. I think there's just going to be like a scene, and then kind of like when I guess what is it Batman v Superman, where the Flash shows up for like 5 seconds. I think it's going to be along the same lines of that. Maybe obviously a little bit longer if they're going to have multiple of these actors coming back. But I think it's not going to be a large part of the movie for them to be in. I really don't think it's going to be like, oh, they're going to be in the entire movie or half the movie. No, I don't think. I think
if anybody is, it's going to be Toby and Andrew.
If Tobey Maguire dances, I'm walking out of the theater or my living room, wherever I watch it.
If he doesn't dance, they did a disservice.
Walking out of your own living room. I'm out
That's
here.
right. I'll walk out of my living room. Be like, where are you going?
Let's go,
I'm
kids.
out of here.
We're out of here.
Yeah.
They
right.
jump back to the alternate universe where that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man dances
And punches him in the face.
and punches him in the face.
That I will stay for. That I can stand.
And he's down on the ground, just points at him.
Gosh.
No.
Never again. You ruined Spider-Man for us. Christian Bale will be playing Gore the God Butcher, which just sounds lovely for Thor, Love and Thunder. I'm all in.
Gore the God Butcher.
Doesn't that sound awesome?
Man. Christian Bale's like, I don't know what that is, but I'm in.
I'll play it.
Exactly. He's like, who am I going to be? Don't give me any lines. Just tell me where to go.
Good for you. I'm the God Butcher, huh?
Yes.
Oh, is he from Brooklyn?
No, he's British. He's Welsh.
That is so weird when people like act not using their British voice and then you hear them in real life and they've got the thickest British accent.
Yeah.
Like
all of them do.
like Tom
Who
Holland.
is-
Like all
other-
of them.
Yeah, all of them like Superman.
Oh, yeah.
they
I get
have-
what you're saying.
Who,
When you just
who's
say
the guy
all
that
of
plays
them, I'm
Rick
like,
in The
"Oh,
Walking Dead, by the way? When I first heard
Andrew
him talk,
Lincoln?
I was like, you've got to be kidding me. No way.
He's
that is not real.
He's not from Texas.
Yeah, no, it's like I would
Not
have
even
never
close.
guessed that.
It's crazy.
Sounds way less
All of a sudden
tough.
you get a high pitched like teenage girl sound. Like, what? Who's this?
Sounds way less tough.
Hey,
in
what
an
are you
interview.
doing? King T'Challa will not be recast for Black Panther 2. I'm really interested to see how they're going to tastefully transition things. I
That's
trust
gotta
him,
be-
but that's
gonna
hard.
be- yeah, trust them, but that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be real
And
hard.
whatever they're going to do, I'm sure they're going to do it good.
Yeah. And then the last thing that was mentioned was Fantastic Four for the third time. in our lifetime.
not-
We're going to see
I'm holding my
Fantastic
breath
Four.
on that one.
A good one this time.
I hope so.
Chris Evans is going to be in it.
All right, Ronnie. I just like dumped the Marvel universe on your face. So, how excited are you?
I guess I would say that I'm excited. I mean,
What stood out to you?
um,
Anything?
actually, I'm very interested to see how they do the whole Black Panther, that transition like that. That's such a like a sad thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like that was one of my favorite, like, in the whole like universe, like, of Marvel. Like, I don't know, such a cool character. Like, that movie was awesome. So I am interested to see how they carry that.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be good. I think I just trust Marvel. Kevin Feige. I don't know how to say his name,
It's Feige.
but yeah, he's good.
I mean, they've done a
He's a good
pretty
guy.
bang up job with the last
They have.
20 movies. I feel like.
Yeah.
So they'll probably
They have a pretty good track
They'll
record.
probably
Yeah.
be pretty good.
So
Yeah.
far, so good.
They know what works.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Patrick or Mark, did you have anything else you were excited about?
Yes.
All of it?
I did. Yeah, bring it all of it. They also, what you did not mention, is there's going to be 4 more seasons of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, well, that was in the. I have a random list. Non-Star Wars, non-Marvel, but yes, you transitioned it, so good job.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's
4
one of my
more
favorite shows
seasons.
of all
Is
time.
that more seasons than you thought they would do?
One of my buddies is trying to get me to watch that. Like, he's been trying to get me to watch that for a couple years, and I know honestly that I probably will like it.
You're gonna, you're gonna love it. It is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's up there with Friends and Seinfeld. That's
Nice.
how good it is.
I need to
for
watch
me.
this. I've never watched it.
I will tell you one thing that happened this year, by the way, is my all-time favorite TV show has been replaced.
Really?
Ooh.
It's The Office.
Something is-
100% now.
Oh, okay.
And I
that's
feel like
good,
it's
though.
not even
That's
close.
fine.
Like, I love that show. I could watch it at any time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
So
Go ahead, Mark.
I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the Fantastic Four, especially since they announced that if you have seen Spider-Man: Homecoming, and I think he also directed Far From Home too. John Watts, the guy who directed those movies, is directing the Fantastic Four movie.
He probably found out
So-
that day.
Yeah.
They're like,
so
surprise.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what he does with it. But yeah, I'm down for all of it. I'm interested in Loki for sure. Ronnie, do you know who DB Cooper is?
Yes.
Okay. They they basically imply that Loki is DB Cooper in this show.
Really?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
That is interesting. They never did find anything, so.
Yeah. You'll have to watch the trailer for it, but it's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for all of it. There were some Disney announcements that I was kind of, well, specifically one that I was kind of interested in, and I don't know if you were going to talk.
It's
about
in the
this
random
or
list
not.
list, so bring it up.
Okay, so they're doing a Buzz Lightyear prequel.
Yep.
And
An origin story.
And
Yeah, who doesn't love an origin story?
except when it's not Tim Allen.
Yep.
Excuse me,
Chris
Tim Allen.
Evans.
It is Chris Evans.
Captain America. Captain Marvel is
It's
voicing.
It's a young Lightyear. It's a young Buzz.
Yeah, apparently this is supposed to be like the real Buzz Lightyear, not like the toy. So the one that's the TV show is based on and all the kind of stuff that's in that universe. So I don't know how I feel about that.
After the way Chris Evans played Captain America, I'm in for everything Chris Evans for the rest of my life. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm up
Yeah,
for
we'll
it to
see.
see. Yeah.
I'll give
if
it a
it's,
chance.
If it's really young Lightyear, I don't know. Like him having the same exact voice as Tim Allen, I can see why they maybe wanted to go a different route. It is going to be weird though.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna be weird.
It's going to be strange. But I trust Pixar. Like I trust Marvel. So or
Yeah.
Kevin Feige.
Yeah, you do trust Pixar.
I do.
A little too much.
No, I don't.
You trust
Thank
them
you
as
very
much as Marvel?
No, I trust Pixar more.
Wow.
Liar.
Pixar first.
Then Marvel.
Marvel.
Everyone
No one
says
trusts Pixar.
they did the Marvel treatment on that movie. No one says they did the Pixar treatment.
Because they don't have to, because Pixar is just Pixar. They're awesome. They're amazing. You shush your face. All right, another randomness. Who's excited for Indiana Jones 5? Bam, 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 bam.
No.
Nope.
No one?
So I can watch him move even slower? Okay.
Chris Evans is going to be a young Indiana Jones.
Yeah, he's going to
cast him
voice
in
him.
everything.
He's going to be everyone. But they got to the end of the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and they're like, we can't finish with that. That was just awful. So,
Yeah, that was rough.
So you know they want to do better. I think they'll do better, but it still won't be the trilogy. But we'll see. If Pixar is involved,
Make another.
I will
why-
trust
I didn't
it.
hear anything about National Treasure 3. Why?
It's-
Are they making another Indiana Jones? Make another National Treasure.
Dude,
You have to
those
have-
movies are so good.
A person who is sane to do it. I don't think Nicolas
Well, they are
Cage
doing
is
it.
quite
They said they're
who he
doing it.
was.
Have you seen what Nick Cage is up to on Netflix?
No.
The history of curse words,
Oh my gosh.
or the history of I don't know. Maybe it's not curse words, but yeah, he's apparently has like hair plugs. He now has a full head of hair, which he's never had for like 20 years.
All right.
It looks weird, and it also looks like he's got a beard that's painted on.
Oh.
It's so
painted on
weird, but-
beards. No
So he's
bueno.
gotten the Hulk Hogan treatment. Okay.
Painted on beard.
I-
That does look weird.
So, Barnaby El Ronchas Butters said, I'm looking forward to a couple of amazing years full of nerd content, particularly the Latinx representation Disney is bringing with Encanto and Andor. With Andor, Cassius is Hispanic, and then Encanto is a new Disney film IP that they're coming out with in the future that's going to be the music's going to be written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who some of us know as Hamilton, and who's written a number of songs in Disney films. Because of him, I'm excited. His music is incredible, and everything he puts his hand to, his voice to, is good stuff. So I'm with you, Barnaby. I'm excited for that as well. Good stuff. The last randomness: Hocus Pocus 2. Mighty Ducks Game Changer, a new Mighty Ducks coming out. And yeah, that's about it. There's other stuff, but I think we've covered any and everything that we're excited about. So
Yeah.
if we missed anything you're excited about, joiners, feel free to mention it in the comments below, wherever that is. Discord, Twitter, MySpace. Justin, we know you're there. We miss you and love you. All right, that's all for this Reveal Awards Disney Marvel Wonderment Extravaganza. Feel free, folks, to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Podchaser. You do it, and it'll help joiners join us, even more of them. Mark, I think you're going to be Twitch streaming someday. Once you take down Rona, 2021 coming at you.
Yeah.
GMG
We're
got
going
him.
to start fresh in the new year.
That's right. Saturday stream's going to be coming at you in January, so get ready, folks. Whenever you're listening to this, if it's January, well, no time like the present. Jump in. I will also be randomly, especially with my kids and wife, home for the holidays. I will be randomly streaming. Often it will be more kid-friendly, maybe Rocket League, maybe get my kids into Marvel Ultimate Alliance, do some streaming of that. You never know.
Such a fun game.
It's so good. So fun. Twitch.tv/Mr. Pastor Ham, and then Mark will be on Twitch.tv/The Good Morning Guys. I think, was that changed?
Nope.
We
No.
just changed the capitalization.
So the capital G UD, capital M Orning, capital G Guys. Check it out.
Accurate.
Don't want you to get confused at all. Also, you can call us at 929-GMG-GUYS. Let your voice be heard. Speaking of what shouldn't be heard, no music playlist, so don't worry about it. It's still there.
Not today.
We have
Next week, though.
lots and lots of good stuff on there, so check it out. Before we sign off, we, of course, are building our GMG Video Game Top 100. starting with Ronnie.
Yes.
What do you got for us? You could give us 2, but if you want to wait, you can give us 1. Or if you can just give us 3 next week. Whatever you want to do, man.
I'm going to go with 2.
All right.
Oh.
First one.
Ooh. Let's hear it.
Crazy Taxi.
Oh, that's so good.
My.
That's a good call right there.
I know.
I like it.
So fun, that game.
So fun.
And
Music,
then my last
incredible.
one, I don't think we have this on there, but do we have Wii Sports on there already?
Nope.
Nope.
That
a
is
great
some
choice.
of the funnest gaming ever, like with
It
your
is.
friends.
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to jump right in there with you. I'm going to throw an audible. Wii Sports Resort. Add it with it.
That's fair.
Just put them both. They both deserve to be in there.
They
I don't
are
know
good.
if you guys have played the Resort too, but
I have.
man,
Yes,
took a
the
whole new
Resort
level.
is Good times.
Good times.
All right, for me, Injustice 2.
Nice.
One of my favorite games of all time, for sure. Love those fighting games.
Nice.
Yep. Good stuff. I still need to play that. I played the first one, but I need to check it out on Novosel now.
Do it.
Do it. Mark,
Rayman Legends.
what you mean by
I
Rayman
absolutely
Legends
love Rayman games.
is
What's
Mario
that?
Kart 64. That's what you really mean, right?
No.
No, Rayman Legends. It's fun, had by all ages.
Yeah, man.
It's a great game.
I think my favorite part of those games, and specifically Legends, is the musical levels.
Yes.
The bonus levels, the rhythmic ones.
Yep.
So
Fun
much
times.
Platforming's Guitar Hero is what it reminds me of.
Yep.
It's so good. I got both the platinums on PS3 and PS4 of that game. So good. Love it. I back up. I think this is the first time that I've actually played all the games we've mentioned. Oh wait, no, I just said that Injustice 2 I haven't played. I'm gonna play. Give me a minute.
Yeah, stop playing your Bard's
Yeah.
Tale gold
Bard's
board
Gold
game,
Tale.
whatever it's called.
Board game?
And then-
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm trashing that thing. Injustice 2. Loading it up. I'm sure they're the same. They're gonna take up the same space on my hard
If it's
drive.
taking you 2.5 times longer than the site you said takes it to beat the game, you're doing it wrong. Just quit. Just quit.
Just quit. Get behind me. Get behind me, Satan. Your negative talk. All right, guys. Next week, we are celebrating the old Christmas together. It's going to be our Christmas special.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a fun time. You don't know what's going to happen. Someone might be singing, dancing.
A Christmas
Changing
extravaganza.
And there's
Yeah.
something special about this Christmas.
Someone would say it might be live.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
What's
It
that?
probably will be.
So join
Hopefully
us.
it will.
I hope so. I'm not sure. I'm just coming. I'm going to be like Ronnie this time and just show up. Be like, hey, I'm ready. Don't know what we're doing, but it's live. It's going to be fun. 8 o'clock,
Cool.
right? Monday night?
Maybe.
8:01
Maybe.
Monday night.
Ish.
Probably.
We'll have
Somewhere
a
around
pre-roll
there.
video for like 45 minutes.
Of
till
course.
We figure it out.
Yeah. We'll need the pre-roll to figure it out. All right, so join us, folks, for that. You're probably getting this. I don't know when you're getting this, but it should be hopefully prior to Monday. So we hope to see you there. If not, just backtrack, find us somewhere. It's good stuff.
What is
Merry Christmas. I love you. I love you. Love you. Love you.
Is that how we're ending the show now? I love you.
Yep, that's it. Alrighty then, Pat, Mark, and Ronnie J, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners. Go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Brought to you by Gatorade.
Powered by Gatorade. Is it powered by Gatorade? Did they do that? Or is it brought to you by Gatorade? Powered by Powerade.
That's what I thought of when you said powered. Powered by Powerade.
If they haven't said that, then they're doing something wrong.
I think they should get Rocky Balboa to do it. Hey, yo, brought to you by Gatorade.
Luke Lucas, we need more of this voice on our show for sure.
All right, I'll do it. I don't want to overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, my brothers and sisters.
Brought to you by Rocky.
Brought to you by Rocky.